This is Perth Underground Station. Perth Underground Railway Station is a railway station within the Perth Central Business District in Western Australia, along the William Street Tunnel. It is adjacent to the above-ground Perth Railway Station and is sometimes considered part of that station. Perth Underground Station is served by Yanchep Line services heading north and Mandurah Line services heading south. It was built as part of the construction for the Mandurah Line and was known as William Street Station during construction due to its location on William Street. Perth Underground Station consists of an island platform and a concourse below ground. There are 5 entrances to the station, from Murray Street Mall, Rain Square, 140 William Street, and underneath the Horseshoe Bridge, and from Perth Station. In the 2013-14 financial year, Perth Underground Station had 6,804,288 boardings for the Yanchep Line and 5,614,273 boardings for the Mandurah Line, for a total of 12,418,561 boardings. Upon the opening on the 20th of December 1992, Joondalup train stopped at Perth Station and continued southeast towards the Armidale Line. The first Southwest Metropolitan Railway Master Plan, published in 1999, detailed the route of the future Mandurah Line. It would branch off the Armidale Line at Kenwick, requiring no new stations in the Perth Central Business District. Following the election of the Labour Party to power in the 2001 state election, the route of the Mandurah Line was changed. A new master plan was released outlining the new and more direct route, which travels in a tunnel under the Perth CBD before surfacing and running down the median of the Kwinana Freeway from Perth to Kwinana. The new route had 2 new stations within the Perth CBD, Perth Underground Station and Elizabeth Quay Station, formerly known as Esplanade Station. Perth Underground Station had a predicted number of weekday boardings of 27,000. Demolition works for the buildings above Perth Underground Station site occurred between April and August 2004. 6 buildings were demolished, including the old Maya building. 3 buildings along Wellington Street that were listed on the State Register of Heritage Places were retained. The Wellington building, the original Globe Hotel, and the Beards building. The facade of the Mitchells building on William Street was also kept. The Wellington building was the most significant of these 4 buildings, and it was challenging to keep the building intact during the construction of the station, causing delays to the overall project. Collectively, these 4 buildings as part of the William and Wellington Street precinct of the Heritage Council database. The new tunnels were fully completed by October 24, 2006. The first test train ran through the tunnels on the 11th of August 2007. The city project achieved practical completion in September 2007 and was handed over from the contractor to the PTA on the 10th of September. From the 7th of October to the 14th of October 2007, the Fremantle and Joondalup lines were shut down to connect the tunnel's tracks to the rest of the network. From the 15th of October, Joondalup line services began running via Perth Underground and Esplanade Station, now Elizabeth Quay Station, marking the opening of those stations to passenger service. Mandurah Line services commenced on the 23rd of December 2007, with the first train departing from Perth Underground at 9 a.m. As part of the Perth City Link project, a cut and cover pedestrian tunnel was constructed underneath Wellington Street, linking Perth Underground Station with Perth Station. The tunnel's benefits were that it would cut the walk between Perth Station and Perth Underground Station by up to 45 seconds, and that includes stairs, lifts, and escalators to all of Perth Station's platforms, eliminating the need for transferring passengers to traverse multiple sets of stairs, lifts, or escalators. It was forecast that 22,600 passengers per day would transfer between Perth Station and Perth Underground by 2031. The tunnel's construction was divided into stages. The stage linking Perth Underground with Perth Station was Stage 2, which was planned to be constructed from mid-2012 to mid-2013 and opened in late 2013. The tunnel ended up opening on the 19th of December 2013. The pedestrian tunnel from Perth Underground to Rain Square opened in 2012. The escalators at Perth Underground Station, which were manufactured by Otis worldwide, have been served reliability issues since the station opened. In 2020, the escalators were replaced 7 years before the end of their life expectancy.